Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. If you are new here, I go through my sinking funds and savings challenges and show you guys a little bit about how I do my cash envelope budget system, cash stuffing, and just some life in general. And then I talk through all of these things through the glory and grace of God. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. So if you've watched some of my videos before, usually I do a mini savings challenge video and then a sinking funds video, because my mini savings challenge I do every week and my sinking funds I do every other week, like bi-weekly when we get our paycheck. So today what I want to do is I'm going to do my sinking funds, but I want to talk through a little bit about the cashless and cash blended envelope system and like budget. So kind of just talking through how I do this, and maybe it will be able to inspire you guys to do the same, because like I've said before, initially I was very like hesitant to do a cash envelope system because I don't always spend cash. You know, there's like times where a lot of the stuff is electronic or online, and it just was kind of confusing to me how I could do this. But I also know there is something psychological with having that physical cash that makes you have a harder time spending it. You know, it's a lot different when you swipe a plastic card or, you know, have that linked up to something where you just hit checkout. It just changes everything and makes you really question if you need that, if you could wait, if you could budget for it instead. Okay, so essentially what I want to do is talk through a little bit about what I do. I'm not going to give you like the exacts just for the privacy of like my family and all, but what I do is I have a couple different, you know, systems, right? So this is my like long-term sinking fund binder, right? Which you guys have seen. I'll go ahead and open that up because we will be stuffing that. Then I also have my mini savings challenge. So that's in this book, which I just did a video of that. Okay, so these I do because they're fun and they help kind of encourage me to save more outside of this. And then when these are done and completed, I apply them to my sinking funds. Or if there's an emergency or something that comes up, sometimes I'll use it for that. So I don't have to dip into our emergency fund, which our emergency fund and a lot of our other sinking funds that we've already funded are in a separate savings account, like separate from our normal checking and savings account. So that way we don't see it, if that makes sense. Then I also have this binder. So this was actually a notebook that I was given, and I thought, how cool would that be to make this a cash budget binder? And I do these the beginning of the month as our like variable spending, and I have different, you know, envelopes for it. And that is why I made those trackers that I have on Etsy, because when I started running out of this size, I tried to order another one and they were way too big. They didn't fit in these. So I made my own that were long enough and skinny enough that could fit right through here. So essentially what I'll do is, you know, I stuff each one of these, and then this is kind of like our variable budget. So, you know, when we need the money and the funds for that through the month, that's what we pull from. And then if we have left over, I don't have to stuff as much the next month. So I kind of roll over this cash if we don't use it and keep it in those designated envelopes. And then the reason I have these on the Etsy shop, so this is my sinking funds tracker monthly. So what I use this for is the column right here, the funds. I will list out, so I'll list out all of these, and then I list out all of my cashless sinking funds. So right here on the side, I just put cash and I draw a line down for the funds. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you guys real quick. Let me move this out. So we'll just give you an example. So we'll say home, car, medical. I'm trying to think of what, personal, and like personal, I just have split up by each of our family members. Let me think of what other ones. So then I have like car maintenance. So we'll put like car maintenance, and then I have vacation, and we'll just do birthday. So essentially what I would do is do cash and draw my line there, and then cashless and draw my line there, right? So these I'm tracking whatever I'm adding in, adding and subtracting in my ending balance for the month. So my envelopes, I have the trackers for each transaction and thing I'm doing, but this is like the beginning of the month, what I have, what I put in, and the end of the month, I subtract out however much I've taken out of it. And then that helps me keep track of these cashless categories as well. So first, what I would do if I were you starting out is I would get a list of your fixed bills that you have like automatically comes out through your checking account. So like, for example, you know, like if you have rent and utilities and internet and car insurance. So let's say all those you have set up as like auto pay or bill pay. So write those out first, because for me, it just doesn't make sense to take the cash out and then have to put the cash back in. I don't have the ability to go to the bank that often. And I just have it set up, you know, in the system now where I don't even have to think about it. Like I know that that chunk of money every month has to be in there and will come out. And then outside of that, I do, like I said, my variable cash amounts that we're going to need to spend throughout the month for the things that we need. I didn't put grocery on here either. So grocery I also do as cashless. I should put it in. But I keep that in its own separate debit account, and I have a specific amount budgeted each month. So we typically try to do $120 a week for a family of 4. So I just have that, again, amount set in that each month. So this has helped me tremendously because I'm able to make sure I have the funds for all of the things that are cashless. And then that additional money that's left over is how I'm able to split it up between my like variable binder, my sinking funds, and my savings challenges. So I hope that is not too confusing. But this is why I love this sheet. So this is kind of like my checks and balances, I'll just say, you know, like I start with this in the month and I end with this in the month. And this is like my big overview to kind of give me each of the different categories and to know where I'm at. And obviously there's sometimes where I might need to pull from something, like, you know, for example, with the car accident, we had to go ahead and get car seats. We couldn't wait to get new car seats. So, you know, I actually had to pull from our vacation budget to get those car seats, and that's fine. You know, we don't have any intention right now, of course, of going anywhere. So that just changes, you know, what I have in there, and then I will just have to start rebuilding that amount up again for vacation. So I just want to say, like, give yourself grace too when you're doing this. Like, you don't have to feel like so rigid in these categories if something happens, because like you never know what's going to go on. Life happens. And this will help allow you to like track, to have some extra money. And again, this is all separate. Like, I don't even keep my emergency fund equated in this, because like we have that amount just like set aside in an account. So in an account, which I actually use M1 Finance. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but their spend account allows you to get 1% back on your like spend savings money in there. So that's how we use that, which I love that. Like, I just think that it's the best and the easiest that you can get. And then if you do want to invest or get into that part, it's really easy to kind of move a little bit over to there. But I do use Capital One, which is like 4% right now. Like, it used to be higher, but or 0.4, sorry, 0.4, yeah, 4%, hey, 0.4, so compared to the 1% that M1 does, like, I just personally love it. And if you guys have never used M1, I do have a referral link in the description below. If you fund 100, you get $50, and I get $50 as a referral, which is really cool. So just to let you guys know about that option as well, because I'm always looking for things that have really good interest rates. Like I said, I used to have most of it in Capital One because there was a time when I think they were at 0.6%. I don't know, they had a much higher, but everything has just come down so much. It's really crazy. So that is my little bit of advice tidbits for you guys. If you have any questions, like, just leave me a comment and I'll try to help you. I hope I'm not confusing you more, but I just feel like there's a lot of ways that you can really personalize and customize this to make it work for you. So that way you have a set amount that is cashless, but then you also are able to take that additional amount in cash so that you save it instead of spending it. Because if you're like me and you see that extra money in there, it's really hard to not be like, oh, well, like, I can go on and buy that, you know, new pair of shoes or that shirt or that I don't know, binder, whatever it is that you just want to go on instantly, instead of being like, all right, let me save for these things and be patient, and make sure I have enough to cover the things that I really need first. Because that's what we were finding. You know, we were always in debt. We were always, out, you know, not able to fund the boring things that we didn't want to have to save for. We were always spending it on the stuff we wanted, and then we were charging the like, you know, emergency things, or the things that would creep up out of nowhere, or the unexpected life, you know, happening. So anyway, I just hope that helps give you guys a little bit of clarity there. This week we are stuffing 270 in this. Oh, and I told you guys I would be doing the gift giving sinking fund, so I did add this. This is what it looks like, and that's the little design on the back. So you guys will see on the Etsy shop, you get the like card and the design back card with each of these. So, all right, let's pull this out. And this week we're gonna have a little bit more to stuff, which is nice. All right, 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 90, 200, 210, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, 245, 250, 255, 260, 265, 270. Sweet. All right, let's get that all set up here. So this week I will be able to do like a little bit extra in some of these. Not all of them, you know, some I'm just going to be doing my minimum that I normally do, but I thought that, you know, it's nice that I'll be able to get a head start, a little head, I guess, of some of these. So for tuition, we're actually going to be stuffing 90. So let's do 50, 60, 70, and just do another 20, 80, 90. Okay. And let's get this out. And I hope you all are having a really good week. I hope things have been going well for you, and that just God is blessing you in your life. I've heard so many people, this start of 2022 has been really rough. So I just have so many people in my prayers right now. And, you know, it's just ways that we can learn and grow and try to strengthen our faith in God and our belief, you know, because there's just been a lot. It's been a lot going on. So, all right. So we've got 150. All right, let's put that back in. Oh my gosh, you guys, what am I doing? I need to do 3 of these. At least I caught it before. Let's just do another blue. What am I thinking doing 1 for? Okay, yeah, so each of these backpacks are $30 and I'm stuffing 90. So hello, Lindsay, I gotta do 3 of them. Hey, at least I caught it. You guys, it's really hard. I'm telling you, I cannot multitask. Like sometimes my brain is just like, what is happening? All right, so we should be able to do this one, right? Hopefully I'm doing it right. If you guys catch anything, let me know in the comments. I always find it, you know, once I play it back and edit it and all that, but all right, we got that done. And whoop. Now we're gonna go, by the way, y'all, I'm so embarrassed. So when I was creating this, it like, how do you like do the spell check or whatever? It changed my word. And I, this whole time, did not realize that this says extra circulars. And it is curriculars. And just so you guys know, I have it changed. So everything on the Etsy shop says extra curriculars, not circulars. But you know what? This is just to remind me that we're not perfect and it's okay. And hopefully you guys knew what this meant, even though it is clearly spelled wrong on here. I just can't even believe that. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. So in this one, we are doing 90 as well. 40. Actually, I'm going to have to do the 50 again. Okay. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah. So I'm going to get this out and I'm going to color these in real quick. All right. All right, there we go. We got those colored. Sorry, there was a lot of coloring, so that time I had to just fast forward through it. All right, my video totally cut out, so we're gonna continue on and hope I have enough memory on my phone to do the rest. All right, so camping, I'm gonna keep stuffing this. I am not sure. So we might have to get rid of our camper because depending on what vehicle we end up going with, we might not have a vehicle that can tow our pop-up camper, which we didn't even think about initially. So we're gonna just continue on, but knowing that it might change, that's okay. We still do like to go camping, so it just might not be in our adorable little pop-up camper, but that's okay. So I'm gonna still keep stuffing it, like I said, because I like to have that in here for when we do want to go. So we got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. Nope. Gosh, guys. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay. So yeah, we'll just keep trudging on and, just kind of taking a pause. We're just going to be waiting. We're just waiting for our direction and things that we should be doing here. Holiday, we're doing 50. Okay, so we need 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Awesome. We're going to get one of these little gingerbread men out. Color them. Okie dokie. You can totally tell my marker is pretty much shot. It's like almost gone. All right, let's see what we've got in here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300. Awesome, matches up what we should have. Okie dokie. On to, what's next? Homestead. And again, I'm going to keep stuffing this too, even though right now we are taking a break. We're definitely taking a break from looking for houses. I mean, the market's crazy and I'm just still really like shook up from everything. So I just feel that it would be good to just reset our minds and be patient and wait until we hear really truly, what God is intending for us. Because sometimes I think we can kind of think that we're listening to God, but we might actually be pushing our own will. And it's really hard, it's hard to know that, but if you pray on it and ask for that clarity, I think that you will in time know. And I think that that's where Josh and I are. We just want to make sure that, we just want to make sure that what we're doing is the right option and that we are living by His will and His plan, and not just forcing our own. Because I feel that when you force your own, it does tend to make things go crazy, and it's just, you get signs that it's not maybe the right option or right path. So, and I just need to reset. I just need a break. I need to just enjoy the present moment, where we are and what we have. So gift giving, we are doing just the minimum, which I have is 10. And this is truly for, what do I want to do? This is truly for like those gifts that you don't really plan for. Like I obviously have birthdays that I do as a cashless one because I know which birthdays I need, to save for. But there's times where you need a gift for like a baby shower or a wedding shower or, somebody's birthday that you want to give them something. So when any of those things arise, like I want to be able to have that extra money and not be pulling from something else constantly. So I'm going to start this envelope, like I said, to be able to have that gift giving money to pull from then, and just kind of be prepared because those things like always pop up. So, all right, guys, that is it for my sinking fund stuffing this week. And I hope that me explaining a little bit about how I do the cashless, cash blended system helps you guys. And otherwise, have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon.